My friends, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Wanted to jump in here, do a quick little Thursday update as far as what am I seeing, going forward. Obviously, we've had some crazy things since Tuesday's video between between the interest rate hike, and then now Amazon, Google, and Apple earnings today. If you haven't done so already, please follow me on Twitter, Colin_Gladman. Easiest way to keep up with everything that I'm going to tweet out lots of different charts throughout the day, different ideas, when are potentially good entries, exits, all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, you got to trade your own plan. Nothing I'm giving you is financial advice. I just want people to make great trades for themselves, their family, and their portfolio. If you want to join the Discord to get more in-depth teaching and see like myself and my team's entries and exits and everything like that, that link will be in the description of the video if you want to join. But other than that, let's jump into it. So SPY on Tuesday, we basically had the breakout after the Monday pull down, and then Tuesday we had the breakout. Wednesday, I said that there'd be a 25-point hike. I said that Powell's tone would be hawkish, and I thought the market would actually end slightly red. And honestly, I think I got 2 out of those 3 right. Definitely got the 25-point hike. I think Powell was trying to talk down the markets just a little bit. He was speaking a lot of uncertainty as far as I'm concerned, but the market pretty much just called bluff and really started ripping. And anybody in short positions was just having to get out of the way. So I think really the past 2 days you've kind of seen just an overall market-wise short squeeze here just a little bit. So I do think what's most likely now is eventually we're going to have to see some retesting, and where I think we're going to come to is probably back here to this 410 area. So obviously we had the breakout and then a continued push up here today with the gap up, and then really kind of start around like 417 or so, really started running into some sticky areas, if you will. And I think now we're going to need to come down here and test the breakout. So you would think you kind of come down here and test and then just continue working your way on up is the most likely thing that the chart is telling me as of right now. What is surprising is even with Apple's major miss and Amazon and Google were okay. Google had some misses. Amazon was decent. Was that SPY relatively after hours, even when those major players in the market were really dumping, those were kind of holding up pretty nice. SPY overall was holding up pretty nice, if you will. So. You can kind of see 417 was key back here and back here, these rejection points. So not surprised we got kicked off of these areas. If we do have continued pushes up, then we do have a gap pretty much all the way up to about 427 or so. So that could be a potential upside move if the overall market keep squeezing. I do think what's most likely between the push down after hours, the big misses there is going to be a come down maybe tomorrow and testing kind of that 410 area. I've said multiple times in my Discord, it's kind of like once people feel super excited and the most certain about what the next move is going to be, that's when things can get sketchy. So if we pull back even further than that, you really don't want to see anything below that macro bear trend, or if you extend this support on out. So even if it's rolled over, basically need to stay above 400 now as far as I'm concerned. Next CPI print isn't until I think it's Valentine's Day, actually, was what we were looking at tonight. So and like I said, just watching this support here, definitely want to see this support hold, but you definitely could see it come down here if you do just a quick fib, just this move today. Right around 4110 wouldn't surprise me. I think this is just my feeling and prediction. I think we're probably going to open up somewhere around 412ish tomorrow, and then might test 410, and then you could continue to push up there. Dip buyers have been rewarded every single day so far. We're watching both of these play out today in the Discord. I tweeted about this one. Got a real nice push up after it. Then you did see a hard sell off, right here around, was that 418 basically? You did see a real hard sell off. But look at this. Like I said, even with Amazon and Google and Apple all doing really poorly, SPY did hold up well. So that's that's impressive to see. It's almost like, you know, that's bullish as far as I'm concerned. But I already said, I think most likely is a push down. And like I said, it could be a gap down and then just push right back up tomorrow for sure. GME needs to stay above this 1950. I talked about I sold 1950 puts, which basically means I'm agreeing to buy shares at the end of this week at 1950 if it stays above, and I got paid to do that. So that's why you got to learn how to do the wheel, my friends. But it looks like it's going to stay above that, and but crazier things have happened. If we do get a big hard push down on the market tomorrow, memes can really get pushed down even harder for sure. Tesla, I talked about this one. Tweeted out how you had a really hot RSI. You were getting up here into former supply. You were coming up on the 707 fib, which whoever told me nobody watches the 707 fib in the YouTube comment section on Tuesday. Okay. But Tesla could definitely be forming, essentially like a cup and handle, so it could be a pretty normal retrace and then continue to blast off. Elon kind of had a weird tweet today where he was just like, hey, make sure in uncertain times don't use a lot of margin to buy stock. And so I think he's a little worried about people FOMOing and buying a bunch of stock and then are going to get screwed if this thing really tumbles back down. Kind of same thing with coin, getting into a little bit of some sticky spots. Really hot RSI right around 80, so just be cautious, be smart if you are in calls. Mullen has had a real series of nice technical breakouts. You had this falling wedge right here that pushed up, then you kind of went into an ascending triangle, then you got another push up. Mullen's starting to get news rolling out. I got one of my guys in my Discord that is absolutely just slaying Mullen right now with the wheel. He's gone from like 2-something, 2.7. Let me just pull it up here. So when he joined my Discord basically 6 months ago, he had 3,500 shares with a $2.70 average. And now he's at 118,000 shares. Let me say that again. 3,500 shares to 118,000 shares. And he's at a 42-cent average. So he's still down just a tiny bit, but he's lowered his cost basis. He's got tremendous upside at that point in time. And I asked him, I was like, is this all using premium? So basically, he didn't have to go into his own pocket and buy these shares. He used the wheel to buy these shares. All these shares, 115,000 shares he's added to his portfolio only because he knows how to do the wheel, and it doesn't cost him a penny out of his own pocket. So, bravo to you, sir. I'll be bragging about him on Twitter before too long, because it's awesome. It's so cool. He changed his mind, and he changed his situation, and now he's not going to be, bag holding anymore. It's cool. So Mullen, I'd be looking for a potential retest, kind of like with everything else, a potential retest of this breakout right around 35 cents. Before it continued moves up. And like I said, they're getting a lot of good news. AMC is also looking good here. You had this falling wedge breakout. AMC really needs to get above this $6.50. I said multiple times it really needed to hold above 480. Came down 495 before this push up. Does have a couple of gaps, like I've talked about. Gapped up today, and then also has the gap down here, basically $4. But you can kind of see overall, like I was talking about with Tesla, how it's kind of forming like a cup and handle. But what you don't want to see, another rollover here. Okay, obviously you want to see a good breakthrough, maybe a retest, and then continuation. So overall, a lot of things are looking way more bullish than bearish as far as I'm concerned. So it's like I said, it's really interesting to see how well SPY held up, even with the Apple and all the other Google, Amazon misses. So like I said, I still think we need some retesting, but if we can hold those key levels and then continue push back up, man, we are looking good. The market is looking good. So that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. Please like and subscribe. Like I said, if you want to join the Discord, the link to join is going to be in the description. Please follow me on Twitter. You can always reach out to me there. Put it in the comment section if you got questions. Shoot me a DM. I really try to answer all of them. Just, make it a reasonable question. Don't be with Moaz. All right. All right, guys, much love. I will see you guys on Tuesday of next week. Have a good one, my friends.